Greetings, class. I just want to take a moment out of your evening to commend everyone for the first week introductions and paper topics. I was very impressed by everyone's paper topics thus far. Um, I did give feedback, I believe, to everyone's first week's introductions and to their paper topics. If I had questions, comments, or concerns, I believe that I placed that in the reply boxes on those. And if you have questions in regards to my comments or feedbacks on those, then do please feel free to email me. Um, do actually email me in regards to that because if you reply back to those comments, it may take me longer to respond back to you in regards to that. So if you have questions regarding my feedback to you on your paper topic, then email me directly. Other than that, if you have not responded to the introduction, introducing yourself to the class, or giving your paper topic, then you do need to do so ASAP. Um, I'm assuming everyone has watched the introduction video as well as panned through the Blackboard course, so they are familiar with the layout of the course and what is expected of them this semester, as well as reviewing the syllabus. I haven't gotten any direct questions in regards to that. If there are, then please let me know again about that. One thing that the Fort Hays has implemented this semester, this year, is that there are no late assignments to be accepted. So with this being an online class and you being pretty much independent, you are expected to turn all assignments in on time. And with this being the first week of assignments that are graded, you do need to make sure that you're on top of that. With that said, we are going into the first week where we are using the textbook. So I do believe that everyone has had a chance to get the Shurav and Levy Cross-Cultural Psychology, Critical Thinking and Contemporary Applications textbook, the 5th edition. And this is a textbook that we will use this semester. However, this is not the only thing that I want you all to use this semester. I want you all to have other additional resources, especially for your writing your papers. And don't be afraid to go outside of the textbook and find other things that interest you. If you find articles or things of that nature that interest you, do share them. As you've probably seen, I have introduced the Twitter feed that is now available to you on Blackboard. So if you have a Twitter account, you can tweet to me at my handle, Professor X, and you can use the hashtag Psych350 C/C, cross-cultural, and that will appear on that feed that is there, and that will be available for all of the class to see, so that we can then basically engage in conversation that way. So if you find an article that is interesting, that may be relevant to the topic that week, share it with the class. Now that's not a graded thing, but that is something that that's considered participation if you want to. Again, I'm not holding it against you if you don't, but it does, it just pretty much is an additive, supplemental that we go through. And if I find something in addition to what we're going through, as far as, during that week, that I find maybe something that pops up in the news that's relevant, then I may share that through that news feed or whatever the case is. And I'll try to make a, special chance to go, post it via announcements as well. But because, we are in a new age, new era, and, with non-traditional students, maybe everyone doesn't have a chance to go into their emails all the time or blackboards. But although the majority of us have a smartphone, so with smartphones, if you have, for instance, Twitter, you get notifications right in your top panel. So if someone tweeted at me and wanted to get me immediately, as opposed to waiting for an email, then once you tweet it at me, I'm going to get an immediate notification. Same thing pretty much probably for a lot of you all. Anything else? Also, back to regards to research paper topics. Like I said, a lot of the topics were great. I did reply to my feedback. The only thing I did want to drill is that because this is a cross-cultural psychology class, do be sure to include a cross-cultural component. So don't focus so much on this culture or any broad psychology topic. Be sure to somehow include a cross-cultural, global aspect, anything that's going to make sure it is a cross-cultural topic. So not just, for instance, gender development, but how it does culture influence gender development, or versus academics, how does culture influence academics, or anything like that, sports ability, anything. So you'll want to have some sort of cultural comparison there. And you'll see when we get into, I think it's chapter 2, that a lot of the studies in cross-culture are comparative. And again, that's something you'll see in week 2. And you have many weeks before your paper is due. So if you end up either expanding or narrowing down on your topic, you'll see how that'll work. But the last thing I wanted to close out on is to just, one, stay on top of your readings. I have provided you a number of resources, additional materials that you get to use with the class. You have PowerPoints, you have additional test-taking materials such as study guides and things like that. So definitely use those materials, because all that information will help you when it comes down to your test. As you know, you have 4 tests throughout the semester. They are not comprehensive. They are based off of after every 3 chapters you have a test. So your first test will be after chapter 3. That is everything that I have to say. We are going into, as I said, chapter 1, Understanding Cross-Cultural Psychology. So do make sure you read the chapter. Make sure you respond to the first week's discussion board before Thursday, and get your responses to at least 2 of your classmates before the deadline. Do be sure to use APA format. I am a stickler for that. You will see you have a rubric. That is how I grade. I stick right to the rubric. So that is how we'll provide your feedback. And if there's any questions or comments on that, do again email me, or any other communication forms that you see on the syllabus. You can reach out to me via that. Other than that, that is all I have for this evening, and I hope everyone has a great evening and the start of a new week. Good night.